Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another broadcast of The Weekly with me, Neff. Please subscribe to the channel. Hey, Darth Maul Shadow Lord trailer just released, and I loved this trailer. Now, this is animated quite like Clone Wars that used to be on Cartoon Network, right? Some people are familiar with that. Known as canon in the Star Wars universe, this is an animated version of basically things that happen after the events of Clone Wars with Darth Maul when he really becomes, I guess you could say, the crime lord of the underworld. And I think this trailer looked really good. It was high energy. I love the voice work, right? I love the visuals. I do believe, I've talked to a colleague about this, when you're doing stuff animated, shows like this, you can really take your resources and expound on them and really push them to the limits. When you're doing shows like this, movies like this, live action, you have to deal with real people. You're not dealing with animated things, right? It costs a lot more money to actually achieve a lot of this, especially when you're talking about force powers, maybe action set pieces, fight sequences, things like that. And I feel like because this is animated, they'll really be able to push it to the limit here, and I'm nothing but excited for this show overall. The trailer was solid, probably about a minute and a half, 2 minutes. You can feel the tonality through it, even though it is animated. One thing that I did wish, which is funny because I just talked about how you could do more animated instead of live action, I did feel like, man, I wish this could have been something live action because it would just be amazing. Obviously, you'd have to recast Darth Maul because Ray Park has aged out of the role, and I believe the last time we did see him was in the Han Solo film. Towards the end of that film, that was the last time that we saw Ray Park as Darth Maul, and there was some talk regarding his return there, just about his appearance and stuff like that. So you'd have to recast him, and there's a bunch of other things that you would have to do. So the animated route more than likely is the correct way to go about it. Let's read the premise of the show. Around a year after the Clone Wars, former Sith Lord Maul rebuilds his criminal syndicate and seeks a new apprentice on the planet Janix during the reign of the Galactic Empire. And really, it kind of seems like it's following what would have been the original episodes 7, 8, and 9, which I wish Disney would have really ran with. There was just so many things you could have did. I think you could have even tied it in. Even if you were to still go in the direction of Rey, kind of moving off of Luke Skywalker's story, I do think you could have tied in Darth Maul well and just the syndicate in general with the crime boss element and just things going on in the universe. You could have tied that in with the Knights of Ren and still accomplished something fresh while kind of doing something original at the same time. But Lucasfilm and Disney, they wanted to go in their own direction, and it was profitable, but not something that the fans liked. This series is going to be 10 episodes long. It premieres on April 6, 2026 on Disney Plus, of course. Like I said, I don't have Disney Plus, but if I can get my hands on this show, possibly after it's fully released, then I'm definitely going to do that, and I wouldn't mind reviewing it. But based off what I've seen so far, I think this looks good. It is created by Dave Filoni. He's a well-known name at Lucasfilm, right? And so we'll just have to wait and see. But overall, I'm satisfied with it. Let me know if you saw this trailer, if you even know about this show. Darth Maul is probably one of my favorite characters in the Star Wars universe. So I think this is cool to see him once again. And Sam Witwer is doing the voice of Darth Maul. So that always adds some points to the authenticity of the character itself. Ladies and gents, let me know what you think about this in the comments. Please comment down below if you watched the trailer. Like I said, what did you think about the trailer? Subscribe to the channel, share this video, ring the bell for notifications, and be safe. It's Neff signing off.